So what's up, guys? It is Gamers Fury and I'm back with another video. So today we're going to talk about what you need and what I recommend for the next generation of consoles. So basically, we know the Xbox Series X is coming out as well as the PS5, and we know they're going to include ray tracing, 120 FPS, slower input lag, and 4K 60 and faster load times. So we're going to go. So basically, ray tracing makes everything look nicer. There's more complex shaders. And 120 FPS is 120 frames per second. Slower input lag is from your controller to the console to the game. Basically, you can already plug your controller into your console and you'll minimize the input lag by that way. You can do that right now if you really want to. 4K 60 is 4,000 pixels, and you can be playing at 60 frames a second per second. Faster load times, and the faster you can get into the game or load up a level. So how to get your console at peak performance. So like getting your new console, paying $500, you're probably gonna want the best you can get out of it. So less pixels means better performance, but more pixels means more accuracy. This all depends on the size of the screen too. So you want more pixels on a bigger screen. So you have less pixels on a big screen. So you say you get a 72-inch screen, you get say 1080p. It's gonna look awful. Like your screen's gonna look awful. You might not even tell what you're looking at, to be honest. So when it's a bigger screen, you're probably gonna want more pixels. But with more pixels, your console or your PC is going to be stressing out a little bit more, meaning you might not be hitting the amount of frames you want or other things. So with a smaller screen like monitors, you don't require as much pixels to get a nice picture, and you don't lose as much performance. So if you're playing at 1080p monitor with 24-inch 1080p monitor, your console doesn't have to stress. You're pretty close to your monitor or your screen where you can see things more clearly, and the picture quality is gonna look pretty good because it's on a smaller screen with 1080 pixels. The pixels are gonna be a lot smaller because the screen's a lot smaller. The bigger the screen, the bigger the pixels. So for your monitor TV, you want at least 120 hertz because your game is gonna be displaying 120 FPS. So you want your screen to refresh at the same amount of time so that there's not that screen tearing, stuttering, whatever. Now, for games like first-person shooter games like Warzone, you want higher refresh rates when your screen's displaying so you get more accurate in-time gaming. Now, one downside with consoles is we usually get slower render speed as well as not as many modifications than PC, of course. And we also don't even know if we're playing at 60 FPS, if we're truly playing at 60 FPS. We might be dropping below 60, might be dropping below 40, 30, you don't even know. Hence the reason we don't have an FOV slider and many other things. Like with Cold War currently, people are putting their FOV at like 110, but people who put theirs at 120, they're not even hitting 60 FPS on current gen consoles. I don't know how this is going to be on next gen. Next gen, you're probably not going to be playing at 120. I'm probably going to be like playing 110, maybe 100. With a FOV slider at the max, while as PC players were already playing at 120 FOV and are playing at 120 FPS and even more. So basically, these are some of the monitors I could recommend. I personally have a 1920 by 1080 27-inch monitor, and I thought, yeah, that's for 27 inches. I thought I was gonna do 1440, but honestly, the color and how it looks is just amazing. It's a gaming monitor, so that you can customize the brightness, the shaders, the dark stabilizer, the faster input time, motion blur, 1 millisecond response time, whatever. You can customize all that stuff with your monitor. It gives you even more customization to tune your gaming experience on how you like it. That's another reason why I think monitors are people should invest more time into monitors. Now, I was playing on PC for about a few days. I ran out of Xbox Live, and then I started playing on PC because I just wanted to play Warzone. I played like maybe 2 days, during school. Not during school, I mean like during the school day. I played maybe like 6 hours, and just like those 6 hours are probably like the best experience I've ever had playing Warzone, at least. So playing at 120, I was playing at like 120 FPS, hitting like 130. And then dropping a little bit under 120 at the same time. I was playing at 120 FOV. The graphics were pretty much everything was set on normal. I boosted up my render speed, but that was pretty much it. But boosting up the render speed, that's the reason why I was losing some FPS. as well as playing at 120 FOV. The game felt a lot smoother. My monitor was set to 144 hertz refresh, so it just felt a lot smoother, a lot more cleaner. The input delay was a lot. You could tell it was a bit less because I had my controller directly plugged into the PC. Locking onto people felt a lot easier when I was playing on PC though, and having it at 120 FOV, it was less accurate. I was personally less accurate because people look farther away when you're playing at 120 FOV. But if you put it on standard aim assist, I used to play on precision because FOV on console was like 80. So seeing people a lot closer, precision, I didn't need as much of a strong aim assist. So I put it to standard because the farther FOV, the aim assist was more needed on PC. And it just felt a lot easier. It was a lot easier to lock on to people with like the standard aim assist. And I think PC players honestly just need to shut up about complaining about aim assist and controller aim assist, because with all like faster FPS, higher FPS, higher hertz, the game it feels so much more smoother. Sniping is like 20 times easier because your game renders like super fast when you're scoping in. So the problem with sniping on consoles, like when you scope in and say you're using a variable zoom scope in Warzone, you scope in and you say you're from stadium to downtown, it takes some time for your game to put everything together. So visually it looks decent and you can see your enemy more clearly. But on console, it takes maybe a few seconds, and within those few seconds, you're getting sniped, and that's it. It's game for you. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's not just like a few. It's not like 2 or 1 seconds. Like I'm talking like maybe like 5 seconds, 10 seconds until your game like fully like locks everything in. And yeah, sniping was so much easier. Shooting people out of the sky was so much easier with the higher FOV and the standard aim assist. Yeah, like just the PC experience was a lot better. But I mean, I'm just giving my how do you say? That's pretty much it. All right, guys. Make sure to subscribe, like, and do all that stuff. I would highly appreciate it. Make sure to slap a like. And if you guys enjoy seeing more videos about this, just put it in the comment section. Hey, if you have any questions, I'll answer them probably in the comment section. And yeah, this is Gamer3 signing off.